Hello, hello, hello. My name is JJ Reynolds, and today we're just going to be diving in to the shortcuts within Google Data Studio. I use Data Studio nearly every single day. I'm the person who reports on all of our metrics. I'm just going to show you some tips because they're freaking epic, right? That's what we're here for. So I'm just going to hop into it, and hopefully they're helpful to you. All right. First thing we have here today is we have the shift and the arrow. So you might be asking yourself, what does a shift and the arrow do? It actually is the thing I probably use the most is it allows you to move one pixel over. So if I hold shift and go arrow left and right, you can see it moving one pixel over. It's great for a lot of things. So for example, if you paste something in, like for example, I copy and paste this, you notice that it's up, it's down and over to the right. It moves it 20 pixels down and 20 pixels to the right. But if your grid, so for example, inside of your theme and layout right here, if your grid is set to a weird number, so like say we were at 25, well now your problem is that if I go left and right, it's not going to move it exactly on the intended location, right? Because we're at a 25 pixel grid. So what we can do is if you hold shift and you go up and over, you can move it one pixel at a time. I'm just holding shift and the arrow key, right? And you can line that up if you wanted to with whatever else you would like. That's the first tip. Pretty neat, right? So next thing is we are going to go to Command G and Command and Shift G. These group things together. So for example, right here you see it's grouped. If I grab one, it moves them all. If I hit Command Shift and G together, it actually ungroups them. And the reverse is true as well. If I hit Command G. So now we are grouped back together. Command Shift G, I can then move things around independently. So for example, I wanted to have them, I guess, parallel to each other for lack of a better term. Boom, Command G, we are good. Same thing goes for if you had a data source. Let's just add a little chart in here and say we wanted to have a data source here. And if we wanted to also have a control, right? We wanted to have a drop down list of, or let's just make it not a drop down. Those are not fun. A fixed size list of that. We can actually group these together, Command G. And now this only filters this one scorecard. Pretty neat, right? If you want to part with report to have some more unique filters, good to go. All right, so what's next, you ask? We got the next thing going on. So we got Command G, Command Shift G that groups and ungroups, just to clarify. All right, Command Option Arrow. So you're like, what on world are we talking about? This is layers. So a lot of times if you make something like this, you have to right click and then you have to go to order, send to back. No, that's too long, too long. So what we can actually do here is we can actually hit Command Option and then the arrow down, 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 and it will just go down one layer. Pretty neat, right? I rarely use the send to back function anymore because I know this Command Option arrow trick. So what you can actually do, all right, we're gonna layer a bunch of different skills together right now. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna make a button. So if this is advanced, don't worry. I like to keep things moving pretty quickly, as you can tell as I talk with my caffeinated voice. So let's say we want to make a button, right? Want to make a super cool button. So we have this block. Let's just make it look like this. Let's make it blue because it's cool. We'll make this then white. Right, we already have this in the back. What we're going to do is we're going to actually group these things together, and now you've got a button. And then we're going to actually go one level up, and we're going to actually add an image. Let's just add an image. It's a GIF, right? It's not ready yet. We're going to undo the aspect ratio, make it look super wonky, add in a link, right? Right. Hit apply, go to the style tab, make this 0%. All right, now we've got a button, right? Pretty sweet. Group those, Command G. So now here's a button wherever we want it to go. In view mode, you can click this. It'll open up that in a new page. Right? Pretty sweet. Thank you for your applause. All right. So now let's go back in edit mode. Our next tip, Command Option V. So this is super helpful when you're making, I think, tables and graphs in general. So let's go for example. Let's make a chart. I'm just going to make a chart here. Say we wanted to have in the style tab, we want to, I don't know, make the every odd purple and then every even green because we want to go for that solid vomit color. I'm going to make this neon pink and we're going to make this white. And we're like, these are the signs, and this is definitely what a premier designer would do. And you said, okay, I'm going to have another chart right here. And I just spent days customizing this to look exactly how I want it to look. How do I get that over? Well, you could copy this, right? Copy, boom, come over here, right click, special paste, style only. Boring. We can click this, Command C, come over here, this Command Option V, boom. Right? Isn't that pretty sweet? I like to think so. And lastly is the function and the arrow. So this is if you're in a page like this and you want to go to the next page, function, arrow, boom, on the next page. Pretty sweet, right? Sorry, it's a shameless plug. All right, that is it, guys. I just wanted to show you my favorite tips. I use these all the time. There are, I think, like 30 or 40 shortcuts. I don't use all of them, but these ones save you so much time. Like you saw me build a button right here, so fast, right? You can now have this, you can resize it, you can do whatever you'd like with it, and you're good to go. So I hope this was helpful. Let me know if I missed anyone. We have an article that's down below. I've written this article about how to kind of use these because I love to like use a laptop for the most part. So if you have any questions at all, find it in that article. And if I missed any, I think there's a link for you to submit the ones I missed. All right, see ya.